And the H-1B visa, which is the one that I was actually living and working in the United States, is also here, which is the number that I have filed there as the immigration, is this one, this video, okay? And I'm making this video because the system there requires a video. And so these are the pictures of my offices in the United States. This was the first one at the South Biscayne Boulevard in downtown Miami, which is that one. Okay, that's the building. It was a co-working space. That's the lady that I mentioned in one of the criminal reports. Her name was Denise. That's at the front desk at the office there at the Apex Miami, which is this agency here, look, which is created by the Brazilian government, and that's where my office was. I was a co-working. I had so many problems of crime in Miami that I moved to Fort Lauderdale, and this is my office in Fort Lauderdale. This picture here, that's me in 2015 at the office managed by Pablo Carvalho. Okay, that's the warehouse. That's the office still. All my furniture. Those are my objects. I do artwork. I do packaging. These are all the documents there, the files. You see the massive amount of documents there. There were some furniture as well. There was some furniture. That billboard there. Look, those pieces of furniture there. And there's this is also there. It's a lot of this information is on my marketing material. Okay, all my office space there. All expensive samples. This is all furniture that was all there. And the thing is that it's all intellectual property. I have no clue why Pablo Carvalho committed this crime. I would say it requires investigation. This is an element of international organized crime. I'm not sure if I was victim of fraud, of I don't know, of probably the international drug cartel, because this is where I'm sending this from, is Rosario, Argentina, which is the city I was born but never lived here, which is the same as famous internationally by being an international drug cartel. So I'm not sure what, but there's millions of dollars involved. There's even a file there that's about $38 million, and then it's investigation required. Another thing is that my older brother defaulted a payment for my company, which is case L107725 of my files, and he took a plane and went with a visa, was sponsored by my company back in 2012. We granted him access to the USA. He went to Miami, he stayed at the Faena Hotel to the Epstein files partner, the Jeffrey Epstein's partner in Argentina. So that's a level of criminality and people that I end up involved with. And then it happens. Why? And that's why the big picture in that case is that why the government of Brazil made me start a company in Miami. Okay, for what reason? What was the purpose? What's the relationship between Jeffrey Epstein and the government of Brazil that put people like myself in situations of risk of being involved with businesses in Miami, okay, which is part of all the accusations I do, because I've been victim since I started business in Miami.